guys, welcome back to the counselor's office. It is a Saturday. I took Friday off because, well, let's be honest, you can only talk about the stupidity of the Bungie bros for so long until you start feeling your brain cells losing. So I also chose to sleep in this fine Saturday, and we are back in the grind. So I'm recording this video just for you. Marathon. It's been an interesting experience, especially when you've played it. I played it, and then you watch how people react to it, on both sides. But I do find it far more intriguing. The narrative that continues to go and go and go. And now we have people, after all the mess that's come out about Marathon and the player numbers and the sales, and now people are starting to go through the stages of grief. And now we have denial. That's right. We've got multiple things, but there's also the instance of the fact that people want to play the game, but they want to play PVE. And the Bungie bros are like, no. So we're going to talk about all that today. I gathered it all just for your beautiful faces. Let's start with this statement that came out, and now everyone's literally like, every Bungie bro's clinging to this. Bungie confirms they are with Marathon for many years to come via their PC guide article. Yeah, apparently Bungie had to make a guide how to maximize their game. While we're very proud of what we have accomplished with the overall look and feel of the game since alpha, we are in it for the long haul of Marathon. We look forward to many years of steady improvements to every aspect of the game. Thank you for taking this journey with us. A lot of people are saying, see, Bungie said, Bungie confirmed, Bungie
confirmed that they're going to stick with the game. You guys don't know what you're talking about. Bungie obviously knows what they're talking about.
And whether you hate them or love them, it's still fucking funny. We've heard this before, and we have. Sony's live service hero shooter Concord has been in development for around 8 years. We're strapped in and ready to push for the years to come. Yep. Developer at Wildlight insists that Highguard isn't dead, and more content and updates are on the way. Website will be back eventually, but is a low priority as a reputational damage is already done. Anthem, which I said Marathon is like Anthem, and it might last as long as Anthem. Like before they start updating it. Anthem is a social game where you and your friends go on quests and journeys. It's a game that we've been working on for almost 4 years now, and once we launch it next year, I think it'll be the start of a 10-year journey for us. Man, you gotta know that you hate. I feel like, by the way, just an off rant. Anytime you see a game say this is a 10-year journey, this thing's probably gonna die. Halo Infinite did it. Destiny did it. And listen, the 10-year plan, whew, that didn't work out. I mean, they're alive. They're not thriving, but they're surviving. And then Halo Infinite, which again is funny because we've got people saying Halo Infinite has maybe 20K players on a good day from a budget of 500 million. Those players are so stupid. Don't they realize that game will be offline soon since it hasn't recouped Microsoft's cost money? Oh wait, that's not how business works. Well, here's the deal, and we'll talk about it in a minute. They have abandoned this game. They have abandoned it. Like, it might as well be dead. It got abandoned. Like, using this is not the win that you think. Sure, it's not shut down, but it has been abandoned. And let's not act like the people that they didn't have like massive layoffs too. So sure, Marathon may not shut down, but someone's going to be putting the fries in the fucking bag, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, let's be honest here. Also, let's continue. So we got, again, Concord. These are good comparisons. These are good comparisons because they have the same like language of, look, we're not going anywhere, and then it goes somewhere. Why does that matter? Because you can sit there and hype up a game all you want and say that, you know, the small community that likes it, because there was a small community that loved Highguard. But financials speak more than what, you know, loves and praises give. And I found this funny. Actually, let's go to this one. We'll get to the other one in a minute. I can't think of a single example of a game on Steam that averages a minimum of even half these peak player counts. By the way, every damn time it's this motherfucker talking about Steam charts or something about Steam charts. Like, bro, for someone who's tired of it and hates it, you sure talk about it. Now, I talk about him talking about it a lot because it's funny, because he's a fucking hypocrite. And it's just funny. It's Comedy Central for me. That average minimum of even half these peak players count them as shutting down due to being unsustainable. Like, for real, outside of DMCA or fraud, is there a game that had a running minimum of 20K on Steam that closed? Well, if we're talking about long-term, yes, Anthem. I mean, let's be honest. Suicide Squad. Here you go. Here's your example right here. Suicide Squad. And by the way, it is shut down. They made an offline mode for people, but they're no longer updating it. It is done. It is dead. So there you go. There's your example right there. Hey, you'd be like, this is one example. It's still an example. It's still an example. And then any other game we could talk about is a single player game, which obviously can't shut down, but they're not updating it or doing anything new with it, which some single player games they are. But Anthem got shut down too for not having enough players. The only reason Halo isn't shutting down is because they actually get a shit ton of MTX out of it. Funny enough, Halo Infinite, I guarantee the reason it didn't shut down is because it has the ability to farm passive MTX. Now, something to note that needs to be said about this whole situation of, well, look at what everyone else is doing. We're talking about PlayStation. We're talking about Sony. How many other companies have shot 2 studios down back to back? Blue Point, the dark studio, wherever it was, which was by the leaders of a developer of Call of Duty, right? I forgot what it's called because I'm not really in tune with that. But they've shut down 2 studios already. Did Microsoft shut down a bunch of studios? I mean, they rebranded the Halo 343 because it was awful, and they fired a bunch of people because of how bad Halo has been doing. And so much so that Microsoft doesn't even use Halo as the poster boy anymore, which is awful. And I hate it because I love Halo. But I mean, let's not act like and put our head and blinders on. Like, yeah, these games didn't do good, and there was actual consequences because of that. So this revisionary of history, like, oh guys, they didn't shut down. No, but there were massive repercussions for it. And so that's what I expect there be something will happen to Bungie. There will be something, whether it be layoffs, loss of control, something will happen. And then this is all because of Paul Tassi. Honestly, I find it sort of flattering. People think I have the power to just Dr. Manhattan point at a game and blow it up. Paul Tassi's coverage on Marathon since the art scandal is like half the reason for this, I think. Marathon's not a hit because Paul Tassi finger gunned. Yeah, bitch. I'm sorry, but it is funny. Like, I've seen more people complain and blame people on Twitter for the reason why Marathon isn't successful. I'm like, that's not how that works. Sure, there's a subsection of people that will never interact with Marathon because of Twitter. That is a truth. I'm not denying that. That's a plausibility. But the percentage of people on Twitter who also give a shit about what other people think about video games is about this much. And here's the other reality. Most of the people who are who agree with this percentage right here are already in the bracket over here that don't like Marathon or hate Bungie. Like this big old bracket who might be agreeing with these people right here, they already existed before Twitter. Like the people are coming to the conclusions that Twitter has more power than it really does. In fact, I'm going to be honest, you want to blame something, blame the fact that Twitch and YouTube has provided more coverage than any journalist could about a game. That's why I say journalists are obsolete. Journalists like gaming journalists outside of like Paul Tassi who gives inside information. If you're not providing inside information, you are essentially useless. You're essentially useless because everything you need about reviews or insight about a game, you can simply just turn on Twitch and watch people play the game and get full insight. You can watch the full fucking game. So this whole idea that people on Twitter are ruining video games, or that they're killing games popularity. If a game wasn't popular in the first place, then it translates into Twitter. It translates more into Twitter because those people who might even have a Twitter already thought that in the beginning. Anyways, we have cool Craig. We got Craig. God, Craig. Mental illness. This is not even a Bungie, bro. This is a walking mental illness stick. Paul is the only one constantly writing about Bungie, Destiny, and Marathon. Yeah, imagine that. He's kind of found his little community, his niche. But after a year of pessimism and being proven wrong repeatedly, he has not been proven wrong. But you were proven wrong. Like, he's proven other people wrong too. Show the receipts. If he's been proven wrong, show the actual receipts. It's the shucks, I didn't cause the discourse. You've been proven wrong multiple times, especially if you're Mr. I'm going to pull up random data sheets, Mr. I'm going to make up absolute bullshit. Like he said, 40% Steam, bitch. It's 70% Steam. PC dominated sales and the player count. Also, PlayStation has this abysmal amount. So again, Mr. I'm going to act like I haven't been wrong, but so is Paul Tassi. Here's my thoughts on journalism. We deserve a lot better than just reactionary hot takes and negativity. I would argue the job of journalism is to provide insightful reporting. Well, it is insightful. If shit is shit, it's shit. What do you want? Say, this majestic, flavorful piece of shit is so beautiful, but it's still shit. What was I wrong about? Definitely it's just over for marathon nonsense. Dismissing the accurate sales analytics. By the way, he was not accurate. He was 200K off. Saying that the Steam sale, like, let's just, instead of bullshit. This here is the real reason I post on Twitter, so I can scroll back for this shit. All right. Heard that Steam is in the lead. So quick math. 40%, that was wrong. 35, that was wrong. That was wrong. 2 million copies sold. You are wrong by 800K. So no, and it's significant. 800K is significant numbers. So no, you are wrong. And by the way, multiple people have already come out and say that this has been inaccurate. Now the gross pay, let's see, again, still wrong. Because it would have been, what, 50 million? It was 50 million total of everything. So, again, less sales, but they made more money. Well, kind of, because you got to remember Steam takes 30% of the sales, so it's even less than that. So, Mr. I've been right. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're fucking wrong, Mr. Trust me, bro, I make up bullshit math. So, doubting it would hit number one. I mean, it hit number one because there was nothing else competing against it. What outside of, and by the way, outside of Resident Evil, which had already been out a while, the only reason Marathon beat it was because Resident Evil was out in February, and it had massive sales, more sales than Marathon, by the way. More sales than was it 6 million, 5 million sales? Yeah. Number one. Overblowing the art fuck up. I hate this. I hate this bullshit. Can we just have it? You can suck the dick of Bungie all you want. It is never overblown to call out $1 billion fucking company stealing from an indie artist. There's, no matter how much you try to paint it as it being not a big deal, it is a big deal because $1 billion company fucked up not once. It's about 5 to 6 times now that they have had this fuck up, and they've done nothing to ensure that people aren't being robbed. 5 to 6 times that $1 billion company has robbed artist. You could say the first couple times, okay, we were negligent, even if you're working for a third party, But after like the third time, it's like, bro, you're not doing anything to make sure that people aren't being stolen from. Name another company that does that. Has Activision done that? No, they use AI. They use AI, let's be honest. EA? Like Nintendo? No. It's like, name another fucking company that has the same track record as fucking Bungie with stealing art. Come on, bro. Come on. Ignoring the hugely positive player sentiment. Yeah. So if 10 people say something's a 10 out of 10, that means it's a big success, even though the wider audience doesn't play it or consume it or like it. But because the 10%, it's hugely popular. Yeah, of course, the hugely positive player sentiment from the small population that exists within it. Sure, pop off. I guess the best I've seen you say is marathon should last a few months now. I've always said it would last a year. I said that too. No, I didn't want to take Grum's stats as gossip. I looked into it more, and it needs to sell more. By the way, he has inside information. You're just some little Timmy who has a mental illness. You're like, yeah, he's a journalist, but you're a fucking mental inmate that needs to be locked the fuck up. Like, anyone that goes nut ape shit over $1 billion company, like sucking their dick like that, like, you have fucking problems. The art was a big deal. People still cite it regularly, have talked about positive player sentiment multiple times, and he really has. As someone who has also called out Paul Tassy for his flip-floppy behavior, he has. Fundamentally, Marathon needs a lot more sales, and Destiny is the worst state it's ever been. I'm not happy about it, but it's where we are. I mean, Gamer Links end up being dead accurate on Steam. Let's see, I think I have it saved somewhere here. I always just, there it is. Okay, I have it through my point. Okay, so 80K. Okay, so, but you were still wrong. You had the Steam right. You got one thing almost right, 100K off. But your viewage of everything else was wrong. Guys, I got one thing right, which means my entire opinion, my argument stands. I got one argument right, guys, and so that means my entire sentence is true. Everything I say is gospel, and I am never wrong. I would love to talk financial forecast for Game in Depth one day. Destiny does not have a revenue event until late 2026 earliest. Hopefully, Marathon sales will bounce up with new seasons. Not gonna lie, you have to be a moron to take their word as gospel. Game Elix gives you medium between. That's why you track it for multiple weeks. You can track sales on Game Elix, dude. They give you a giant fucking range and leave it all. Did you miss what I said about them being 2 points off of Spire? Even if you go, yeah, by the way, the actual developers said, yes, here's our sales for Spire, and Gamerlytics was wrong. There's actual evidential proof that Gamerlytics is not accurate, because Spire's like, hey, we sold shit ton more than your shitty platform is even mentioning. That's the funny part. Like, you're completely wrong. I'm talking about Marathon. Which had lots of evidence that was tracking into 70K range and turned out very accurate. Each game is its own case. Spire came out and was a smash hit. Wait, so you're saying 70K range because you were looking at Steam? Wait, so you're saying you can watch Steam charts and find an accurate range? Wait, you're saying you can look at data on Steam, and that maybe we should look at Steam for, you know, accurate information? I love videos like this. All right, let's get to we're done clowning on this moron. So the post is deleted. I wish I saved it. I did record something, but it fell through, and so I deleted it. But I came back to record it. So this was a post by the Nathan guy. He got bullied. This poor bastard got bullied by his own community. So this guy was talking about adding a PVE. You know, the player numbers are going down. He talked about how can we improve PVE? How can we have a better onboarding system for people who want to play Marathon? We should do a PVE mode. And this guy got fucking molested by the marathon community. It's funny because I believe there was a Scarrow post that said you know, Destiny players are the worst. Let me go. Here it is. The marathon community is actually so much more fun to engage with right now. Talking about how Destiny is toxic and all that shit. That's essentially what he's saying. And then come to find out, information has come out that most people who play marathon also played Destiny too. Yeah. This is one of those you're a fucking retard moments. Here, this is for Scarrow.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
So what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, most of the people that followed you and the other Bungie clowns are from Destiny. So yes, Marathon has a chunk of people who... Anyways, those people... We're talking about Marathon being toxic as fuck and people actually who want to engage with the game, which is, we're not talking about the haters. We're just talking about people within the community or outside the community that actually would play Marathon. This guy was part of the Marathon community saying, hey, we should make a PVE. And my God, you might as well just said, I'm going to crucify your firstborn or something, because people did not appreciate it. So let's see, we're going to scroll through. It's a little late, unfortunately, to see if we can find some of the pieces here. Level up safely and get comfortable. Ever heard of trial by fire? As for the PvE only mode, just look at what it did to Tarkov. It divided the community, and both sides want different directions to the game. Adding a PvE only mode would outright kill Marathon MMOs. I said it. So the thing, just anyone who never played Tarkov, the PvE mode is completely separate from PvP. Nothing from PvE translates into PvP. Nothing. You would have to, it's a fresh start. Except PvE, you don't have to do wipes. You can essentially treat it like a single player mission, except it's hardcore extraction, right? You could. I don't agree. Like the the funny thing is that you could balance PvE on its own, or Bungie could, you know, knowing Bungie, they could just say, fuck it, we're not doing anything. It's what it is. But as we can tell from Bungie, and by the way, this is a self-report. This is a self-report that Bungie's incompetent and can't balance shit. That if they did a PvE mode, they would not, just like Destiny, they would not be able to balance the game because Bungie's an incompetent, shitty company. I've seen players who enjoyed fast-paced Twitch shooters ask for PvP in Marathon. I've also seen players who enjoy the aesthetic, the story, and the lore asking for more PvE. I think it's a testament to how nicely Bungie actually managed to strike a balance between PvE and PvP. Is it? If people are asking for a PvE mode, is it really a balance? I'm muting the word PvE. I'm 100% keep it. I'm going to keep it 100% with you. I was one of the people who advocated for a PvE mode due to my time in Tarkov. Do not do it in Marathon. The PvE aspect of Marathon is far more approachable and palatable due to this being a Bungie game, as well as the decision. Wait, so you're saying no, don't do a PvE mode because I changed my mind and it's easy for me to play PvP. Isn't it funny? And we have to point this out. Isn't it absolutely funny that these people are like, man, you people would love Marathon if they just stop hating if they try it. And yet people are like, well, if there's a PvE mode, I'll try it. Choose a fucking side, dude. You're literally trying to, anyone who would like to play the game, you're like, no, fuck you. Marathon doesn't need a PvE mode. This is an old one. Marathon, yep. Let's see, I'm just looking for the ones that actually, hi, I think you add a PvE mode, guys, should go to hell. Marathon community is actually fun and chilled. But I'm being an asshole. Let's be honest. I'm sure that there's people. No, let's be honest. I've seen the Reddit. People were viciously attacking against the idea of there being PvE, even in their Discord and Reddit. Like, people fucking don't want PvE. They don't. It's like they're like, no, that's just making Destiny all over again. And I want Destiny 3, not Marathon with a PvE mode. Not sorry. Let Bungie cook Marathon showed us we need to let D2 die and D3 take the mantle. I'm sorry if you're saying that if you're saying that Marathon cooked with, or Destiny and Bungie cooked with Marathon, the sales don't show it. Let's see. Anything else? I love what Marathon is. I know it is what the devs' vision for the game was, and I have been so addicted to the game like this forever, and I would love to just add on to that experience. That being said, I'm all in for them adding a PvE mode or something that would get more people into the game. I don't know if Bungie is going to show them. Yeah, so whatever. I can't actually believe actual Marathon fans are saying they should add PvE or something to appease the corpos. That's anti-art. Fuck them. I don't think you understand what the fuck anti-art means. I don't. You poor, retarded child. I'm sorry you were dropped on your head. I'm sorry that there isn't enough asylums for you to be put into. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the people that have to be around you and that whatever state you live in, you're allowed to vote. I'm so sorry. That's not anti-art. Oh, I love that he's now memeing PvE mains only. You know what? Shout out to you. He's like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to still do me. You know, he's playing the game how he wants to play. Shout out to you. Pitch Marathon mode. That's only fighting map AIs, bosses. Oh, this is back in 2025. Damn. This is about a year ago. Separate loot and upgrade from PvE mode, aka PvE mode for babies. There's a market for babies. You know what? It's funny. Paul Tassy about a year ago mentioned this, and honestly, outside of calling people babies, is, you know, a casual PvE. No, it's not even casual. Let's be honest. If you've not played the fucking game where the bots start ramping up, then are you even playing the game? Like, if you're not getting your ass bent over by fighting AI once they tune up. Now, I know they nerfed the AI. I know they nerfed them. I can't, maybe it's baby bitch AI now. I don't know. But when I played the alpha and the beta, once the round kept going and the AI ramped the fuck up, it was like a murder squad. So yeah, I don't know if there's any more, unfortunately, because how things are split up. That's literally the entire point of Marathon. If they add a PvE mode, the overwhelming majority of the player base that are PvP centric will quit en masse, decrying Marathon an easy game for babies. What do you mean? So they're gonna cry because people are playing PvE, or because they're going to quit and go play PvE? There are tons of PvE extracting games modes waiting for those people. Isn't it funny? It's always the people. It's always the people. Please see my friends. Fuck and no. They're the son and daughter of get and good. This mentality pushes so many people away. Overall, will drop the quality of the future content. This is a niche game that was made with casual money. I mean, if you're talking about Destiny, then yes. If people leave because of them adding a mode, they don't have to play if they don't want to. That's a weird reason to leave. They need more people playing besides the small player base. They literally will not be able to sustain content that way. Do you understand the concept of player base splitting? Also, gamers will quit literally to try to min-max their way to the shortest distance between 2 points. If they can get done in PvE mode and have it count for a task, they'll do it instead. No, they don't need more people playing until you see a message somewhere from the studio about how about you just let them make the game they want. Oh, someone's angry because they know it's true. How about you worry about it, bitch? How about you shut the fuck up, because this guy actually seems like he obviously cares about the game and doesn't want it to die off. Isn't it crazy the community itself is full of fucking cunts like this? Like, nothing pisses me more off. I feel bad for the average Joe of Marathon that these absolute losers, these stupid fucktards, are even ruining the game for the people who are fans of the game. Like, it's not just me shitting on them and, you know, calling them out. They're actually fucktards to their own freaking people, their own community, the average Joe that wants to enjoy a game. And they're like, no, fuck you. This is for me. And you know what? I don't care if there's only 100 people playing the game. It's for me. I will fondle the dick of Bungie. Bungie, you're so good. Like, this is insanity. Most, if not all, AA games are about making money. True. They are not here to make a game for you to simply just enjoy anymore. Most AAA games want money. If that wasn't the case, then Sony wouldn't shut down 2 studios, you jackass. And the fact that the numbers continue to decline every week means not good things for the future. I love this game, but I also want quality content, and there's less players. We will not get that 1,000%. And of course, Bitch Boy has nothing to say to that. Right, Bitch Boy? Pussy? You got nothing to say to that because this is truth. You can't argue against truth. So walk away, bitch. Right here. This is it. For the people that love Marathon, this is a truth that you can't deny. They love the game. They want quality content. And if there's less players, that means there's less money. There's less anything, meaning less good quality content, because that's what happened to Destiny. That's exactly what happened to Destiny. The quality of the content has gone down to shit. We got Edge of Fate Renegades, a pile of fucking shit, because of the lack of players. This game had what, almost over 4 million players, and now we barely scratched the nuts of what? We scratched the nuts of, let's see, yesterday, the 23rd, 161, 200K. Like, we're barely scratching 161. Like, this shit's going down, man. And that's what happens when you don't push out quality content. So yeah, honestly, Gio's right here. He likes the game. He wants the game to thrive. Man, I feel for this guy because that's how I was with Destiny. You can see the shit in the distance. You can see the shitstorm that's coming. And you're like, please stop. Don't go that way. Don't take the Titanic in there or we're all gonna fucking sink. And then you have shit-faced McGee over here. Like, fuck. These are the same fucking people that ruined Destiny and now they're ruining Marathon, which is, I feel bad. Like, I will be honest. I'm not even gonna, I can't even make fun of the average Joes, and I'm not going to. I feel bad for them. I have empathy for those guys because they just want to play and enjoy a game. That's how I was with Destiny. And then you have people like this that fucking ruin the fucking game. By the way, this guy is a grifter who doesn't know what a fucking track shooter is, because if they knew about Tarkov, they knew that Tarkov has a separate PvE mode that has nothing to do with PvP. It's a simple solution is if you have a separate PvE mode that has nothing to do with PvP and it just separates people, like people who no longer interact with PvP, that says there's a problem with the game itself, not with the fact that there's a PvE mode. Also, let's have a ding 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 come to Jesus moment. You will have more people play PvE who would have never played Marathon at all. You will have more people touch the game who would have never touched the PvP mode. Now, playing PvE, they might be convinced or curious to try the PvP. Okay, I played PvE a long time. Maybe I will dip my toes into PvP. That is a reality that can happen. Like, we're having a genuine conversation here. There will be more people buying and consuming this game with a PvE mode, even if it's just a copy. Like, they don't do any changes. They literally copy. They might tweak some of the quests to be able to be soloed, right? Like, I know you have to kill players. Maybe they'll put some player bots in there or something. I don't know. Maybe they'll tweak the quest. But overall, you play the game. You can play Cryo Archive 1v1 a fucking compiler. I know a bunch of Bungie bros and even general Destiny players if there's a PvE mode, they would do that. Especially the 10% that may not play Marathon, that does play Dungeons and Destiny. Like there's a 10% people who do that content, and there's only a sliver of that play Marathon. Well, you might get more of that people, that percentage of 10% to play Marathon if there's a PvE mode, because they'll do content. I guarantee there'll be strategy and guides and how to solo the compiler quickly. Here's my build. You will see more interaction with this game with PvE, especially from the Bungie bros who love making those tutorials and strategy guides. There will be so many for PvE to min-max. I'm telling you. I'm not, and listen, I'm being honest here. For the bros out there, the average Joes who just want to enjoy the game and don't want it to die, you can 100,000% make the game viable for PvE and it be its own thing and not kill Marathon, because the only thing killing Marathon right now is Marathon. What are we on, a Saturday? Okay, so it's even, the only thing killing Marathon is Marathon. Trust me, a PvE mode wouldn't kill it more than it's already killing itself. Anyways, I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. Hit the like button. If there was a PvE mode, would you play? I'm very curious. Or are you so shot with Bungie, you're like, fuck them, I'll never touch a game from them again? Let me know in the comments down below, as always. Oh, and if you are a Marathon fan, how do you feel about PvE mode? If you play Marathon, you're in the trenches, what do you think of a PvE only mode? And it has nothing to do with PvP. Like, it's completely separate. None of the loot goes into PvP, so you don't have to worry about people getting gold and then hopping in. It is completely separate for enjoying on its own. What do you think about that? Until next time, game out. Huzzah.